Really?
In those circumstances?
It's a bit harsh. I can guarantee you one thing, Philip Hughes is not a cheat, that's for sure. He's a wonderful young guy, and I think the end result was spot on with that result. Hughesy wasn't sure. Brad Haddon, who's seen the ball clearly, wasn't sure. We made that quite clear to the umpires. The umpires obviously referred the catch, checked it, and I haven't seen the replay, but it must have come up quite clear that the ball bounced, and the right result was made. So yeah, I think that's a bit harsh from Ian to say that about Philip, because he's certainly not that type of guy at all.
Is Ian Bell a cheat then?
Is Ian Bell a cheat then?
From the incidents
No, I don't think Ian Bell's a cheat at all. I think we thought there was an inside edge. Obviously appealed that. It was referred, and technology says with the result that Ian didn't hit the ball. Yeah, I certainly don't think he's a cheat, no.
With those low catches, can you just explain how hard it is to tell when you're cleanly?
Sometimes it's quite tough. I think it seems to be the faster the ball comes, the more you feel like you know. So in slips and things like that, you can really feel like a lot of the times you'll get a low one and you'll be very confident that you caught it. But then if you look at it on replay, it might show some grass, I guess, touching your hand at the same. It's really hard. It's hard, and that's why I think we have the technology there to make that decision. I think it's like if you take a catch and put the ball on the ground, but you know if you got full control of the ball or not. But it might just be the way you land sometimes. I think, and I guess it's a good example that we weren't sure. Umpires checked it. It showed that the ball bounced. Probably similar to mine off Cook early on, off Watto, where I looked straight up at Huss because I was not 100%. I was pretty sure it bounced. I looked at Huss and said, did that bounce? And Huss goes, I think it did. So same thing. But even when I dived to catch it, I wasn't 100% sure that the ball bounced. So yeah, it's tough, and that's obviously why we have technology, and I guess it's worked again in that instance.
Michael, it was quite noticeable that hardly any players clapped either Cook or Bell when they reached their hundreds. Was that a reflection of the fact that you didn't think either of them should be there?
Say that again, sorry?
It was quite noticeable that hardly any players clapped when both Cook and Bell got to 100 and then most of your players. Was that a reflection of the fact that you thought both came out before?
No, look, I disagree with that. I can guarantee that I clapped both their hundreds, and Cook's 150, and I'm certain the rest of the team did. I know a lot of the guys said congratulations when we walked off. It must have been T when Cook had 100. So I don't think that was the case at all.
How much harder is it to deal with a day like today when you have the sitting next to your name instead of just one of the other players?
To be honest, it's very similar. The feeling's the same. I can guarantee you the boys we fought pretty hard today. Obviously disappointed that we're not batting at this stage, but it certainly wasn't from lack of trying. I thought I tried just about everything today. I even gave Hassan over, but we probably just didn't execute our lines, I guess, throughout the day. We're very inconsistent. We couldn't really build pressure for long enough. I still believe, there is enough there in the wicket, especially with the new ball. But I'm confident if we can come out tomorrow morning and get these last couple of wickets, we're going to have to bat our backsides off. We're going to have to put up a really good fight and get a big total. And I think if we can get, somewhere between 180, 200 run lead on the last day of the SCG Test match, I'm confident we can still win the game.
Michael, are you at all aware as players or concerned or not about the perception of when you have these controversial incidents, whether or not there's more celebrating with Phil's catch and then with your one, there was no celebrating at all? Perception might just be the difference between how people look at it.
Yeah, maybe. Like I said, Hughesy, he certainly wasn't 100% sure, and he made that quite obvious, to everybody else in the team, and then, like I say, to the umpires. We weren't sure, and maybe the perception's a lot different, where straight away I'd look at Huss and he says he wasn't confident either, so we throw the ball back rather than us sort of giving high fives. The other thing about Hughes is there's probably only two guys that, Hughesy has some sort of feeling, and then Hads is keeping that can see the ball. Nobody else can really see that. But like I say, I think the result is spot on. We got the right answer. Referred it and it wasn't out, so good decision.
If you could give your general view on technology and view of what were two fairly contentious decisions, or they've had a contentious effect. You feel that one was right, and I know you feel one was wrong.
I think at the end of the day, it's the same for both teams. And I actually said that out there to Bell as well. I said, I do think, especially Hotspot is inconsistent, but it's the same for both teams. So, you know, I'm sure there's been plenty of cases when we've been batting and the same things happened. So it's just about, I guess, accepting the decision. Obviously, you're disappointed. Accept the decision and get on with it. And hopefully, same thing happens to us tomorrow when we got the bat in our hand.